Tommy Marquez back inside the tier retail space. 3 days down, 1 to go as the first day of competition for the elite teams kicked off here at Wodapalooza, and it was a doozy. To start things off, we had an all-out sprint, and it was very close. We had a ton of talented teams out there, but the trio of Christine Colenbrander, Fee Sagafi, and Alexis Raptis, otherwise known as the girls, take down the event win to start the weekend, followed closely behind by the daughters featuring MOB. For event 2, we hit the Bayside stage, and it was a two-parter. And in the first part, a 5K run on the tread. It was the Invictus girls taking the event win, blazing through that 5K faster than anyone in the field. But for part B of this test, which ran concurrently, you had to get into the water, each athlete swim, do some D-ball work, and it was the All-American girls. 3 perennial top 10 athletes as individuals. They take the win behind strong swimmers like Amanda Barnhart and Christy Aramo O'Connell. But rounding out the top 3 in that Part B portion, it was BPM and the daughters, which would be key for securing their spots towards the top of the leaderboard. Moving on to event 3, and things moved over to the Flagler Stage under the bright lights by the Miami skyline, and it was all Team BPN. The trio of Laura Horvath, Jamie Green, and Gabby Magawa ran away with this event, 100 points, their best finish of the day, and it moved them into first place overall. And after day 1 on the women's side, your top 3, BPN, the daughters featuring MOB, and the All-American girls, and it should be a good race to watch come Sunday. Switching over to the men's side in event number 1, it was the boys, Chandler Smith, Noah Olson, Travis Mayer. They were out in front. They were getting a good push by the Smith brothers that looked like they might have 1-2 locked up. But in the final row, the crew, Team BK and friends, made a huge push, and it was Björgvin Carl Gudmundsson who beat all of those teams to the line, snaking the win at the very last moment, and it was an awesome finish to watch. Switching over to event 2 and that 5K on the runner. The top time overall in the event and the win goes to a team in an earlier heat team training program, but in the top heat overall and in the race for the overall lead, it was the Smith brothers, Dane, Ben, Alec, reliving their glory from 2017 when they podiumed here as a trio in this competition. They had the top time in the top heat, and it was good enough for 3rd overall. In Part B, when we hit the water, the boys exacted some revenge from earlier in the day. They ran away with the top time overall. They got a good push from the GoWad team, but Chandler Smith, Travis Mayer, and Noah Olson brought it home with a strong finish by Travis at the end to seal 100 points. And the final event of the day, when we got over to the Flagler Stage, we had some barbell cycling, some gymnastics, and it was the international team from Team GoWad. 3 athletes from 3 different continents, Willie George, Roman Krenikov, and Jay Crouch. They would jump to the forefront behind some solid synchronicity on that barbell movement. They would notch 100 points and move themselves back into the podium contention. And it should be noted, just behind them, Canadian PB&J. They didn't win an event today, but they had strong finishes across the board, and it moved them into the top spot overall. An exciting day 1 of competition for the teams, and we're going to wrap it all up here on Sunday.